How we all doing today? All right, man. I just seen some ludicrous stuff pop up here on YouTube about the ones who say they rule the world. You know, these big entities and stuff talking about eating bugs, saying something as far as not eating meat and eating bugs. We all know the things you're hearing online about, whether it's really happening because the system's trying to make it happen or the people aren't consuming the stuff anymore, blah, blah, blah. You're hearing of all this crap going on with farms like here, calling herds, literally killing off animals, getting rid of crops. You're hearing of all kind of other shit overseas, farmers rebelling, these different things. Man, they are pushing everything they can to put us in fear and to make you think that stuff ain't going to go right. Well, I tell you what, I seen somebody do an astrological chart yesterday, and it's kind of interesting because they keep talking about fertilizers aren't going to be here, blah blah blah. Crops are going to be shit. The trains aren't pushing the stuff down the rail lines. I mean, I watch a lot of stuff to get info, but here's the thing: I go back to where you really need to get info from, and that's the etheric side. And this person did an astrological thing, and I'll get to that in a minute on the guy stones. And she kept talking about seeing a great harvest this year. So you got to keep our minds right. What they're trying to do is push fear. We can't say exactly what's going on out there because we don't see it. But here's the thing: we can manifest what we want in this world. Somebody said recently it's about 30,000 would be the equivalent of one awakened, highly awakened person pushing energy. More powerful than 30,000 just regular everyday humans. You got to remember that. We all have these abilities, but you got to wake up to this shit. I had a friend tell me the other day, which is one of the most beautiful things I've heard. She said that my energy, the way I conduct myself reminds her of Yeshua, the one people call Jesus. Man, I about melted right there. I'm like, that's it. That's exactly the projection. I am the vessel. I am the vessel that holds Christ consciousness, as you are the vessel that holds Christ consciousness. When you realize this and you come back into your divinity, back into your heart space, like that heart up, you'll realize that a lot of this shit that they make sound like magic and all this stuff is not really magic. It's divine intervention. The divine intervention is coming through you. The Schumann resonance lighting up like it is, dude, that's us. It's reflecting us here on the earth. The guy stones falling, do you think that's a coincidence? It says right in there, keep the earth under 500 million people. Come on, man. Most people I know, even with the nice stuff that says on it, sees that and they get all creeped out and stuff and figure this sounds like a New World Order shit. It hit the ground. Look what happened in Notre Dame a while back. They tried arresting the Pope a couple years ago. Interpol went in there and his security team kicked their asses. Dude, these people are falling. You know why they're falling? Because we're taking away their energy. Through that Christ consciousness. Go through the death and the resurrection. That's what the stories are about. The death and the resurrection, 666. That's man's world. That's not a number that you got to watch out because the devil's coming to get you. 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons. That's human. So basically what it's saying there, and the same thing with the story, the cross, the resurrection, it even goes into when you go into seeing stuff as far as monks and things, this ascension process and going to a certain part, and that's what it is. It's giving up that part of your life, the false self, the self that thinks that you have to have all this shit. Yes, you do have to have things to survive. We have to eat. We have to have shelter or we'll die. So you do have to have some things. But a lot of people think that they just got to be swimming in abundance of things. That they got to go along with this world and the way the world says and make their mark. Leave something for the world to see of them. Well, that's just ludicrous because nature takes back over everything. One day there'll be no humans here. The rivers, everything, and just take everything back over. It'll be, you know. So what is left of you is recorded in the Akash, a great history of everything. What you do on the spiritual and etheric side is always remembered and always there. So part of that whole goal is to be able to go through that death and the resurrection back into spirit. Keep that story in mind for that purpose, for that one sole purpose, and come back into that Christ consciousness. And you'll realize that things that, people try to say are part of my imagination as a kid, that's total bullshit. Through my heart space, through my connection with the rest of you in the etheric realms, literally perform magic. It's not because I have eye issues or any kind of mental problems that I see what I call literal glitches in the matrix. And that means stuff leaking over from other dimensions that's walking through, sharing the same space, or literally everything vibrating like this. That's us. That is us literally changing the vibratory field right here on Earth. And when it completely clicks, there will be magic. Again, to that friend that said that about me, you know who you are. Um, it's amazing how we get hooked up with certain people. Um, I'm so convinced this person's soul family. I'm trying to figure out a way to get to this person so that way we can go on with their mission, be happy, and it's good to have a friend like that. But this whole thing that comes up as far as the supernova souls, which is us, however what words you want to put, starseed wanderers, depending on what background you're coming from that you've read from to explain this. But the supernova souls really hit it on the head. And yesterday, I haven't watched half the stuff that my friend was sending me as far as I just haven't got to it yet on these supernova souls things. But through intuition and everything, it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. It's like, that makes sense. They keep talking this great flash. The great flash, again, the Schumann frequency, all that, it's us. When we become completely activated, if there is a great light and a great flash of energy on the earth, that is the supernova souls, us going supernova. That is literally, bam, changing that vibration in such a high way. It's done. So, you are a sun, a supernova soul. Activate yourself. We need you. Don't fall into this bullshit. There's just so much crap going on out there. I cannot keep up with half of it. They want to have you confused so you don't know if you're a boy, a girl. I think they'll probably put it at the thing next that's going to be a problem saying age. It just gets you so confused you don't know who you are, where you came from, what you should eat, if you should eat. Get you all paranoid, think, oh, well, I shouldn't eat, that's harmful to whatever I'm eating. Get you so just bugged out about everything, make you feel bad about shit, get you to where you're nosy and all up in your neighbor's business, even though you're not God. You don't see the world from the eyes of God, so therefore you could never judge the world. But that's what the world wants you to do. They want you to judge one another. They want you to live within your ego. They want you to be not united with one another. Why? Because they know that when you're united with one another, you're united with divinity. You then become the living God here in this realm on this earth. They don't want that, because they know they can't fight that. Nothing was created more powerful than the Creator self. You are part of that. We are part of that. We need to take back this shit. It's getting really ridiculous out there. Every day I just see more and more stuff. Who owns more, according to these things, I'm not going to swear to anything without doing deep research. I do enough to where I can say stuff, but the whole thing is if the research ain't completely deep enough, I'm not swearing to anything. But according to the things that are out there, one of the biggest landowners right now in the United States of America is Bill Gates. Now, that could be true. That could be part of the takeover. It also could be bullshit to freak everybody out. So just remember, there's a lot of bullshit out there to put you in fear. Don't stay in the fear. Literally, at as many times as you can during your week or whatever, be the child within. Do the arts and the crafts. Pick up sticks and rocks. Play with the children. Play with the dogs and cats. Build something. Do something that's creative. That's bringing that creative energy out. And as much as you can, especially now when you start feeling the sexual appetite, really create then. Try as much as you can to not even go into that. And unless, you're like, I don't know. You know what I mean. I mean, if you're married, it's a spiritual, making love with your wife, whatever, But I just say that because that's another route in which they're going. I mean, have really, 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 really perverted the whole thing with sex. I don't even like calling it sex. It's making love, but whatever. That's a whole different story. Use that creative energy for what it's intended for. Beauty. Happiness. The more you're creating, the more beautiful you feel inside, the more others are going to feel that way when you go around them. Hello that way. So, Activate yourself. I know I say this over and over, but I'm really serious today, man. This is no joke. This isn't something that just sounds cool. This is serious shit. Look into my eyes. I'm not playing here. You know, I'm not just saying neat stuff because it sounds all cool. We are magical freaking beings. You need to remember this, friends. Every one of you. And I know that a lot of us have problems. Are you kidding me? Between me and a few different friends, no matter how long we've been doing this and helping other people, there's some of us that's been like at the edge of suicide and stuff. It's pretty tough down here. You know, even though we're total spiritual badasses, obviously for the universe to let us come in here for this mission, it can be hard. I understand this. But it's at those moments where we really got to bring ourselves up. I mean, my life right now, it's not in a bad place, but it's definitely in a weird, not sure place. But the thing is, I'm still on here talking to you because I keep activating more and more, and I know that getting all these signs that shit's about to flip really major within my life. But here's the thing, it's not going to do it if I'm not activated and actively working on it within the etheric and the physical realms, both at the same time, and balancing that. So, don't let the fear take you over. I don't care if you don't have anything, you know. Go find you a good patch of woods that you can hide in for a little bit. Find some kind of comfortability. Keep reaching out to people. Keep staying within your divinity, and you're going to get what you need to. You'll get yourself out of the woods or whatever. You know, trust me, there's a lot of us that have been homeless, almost homeless, had a lot of stuff happen. I talked to a lot of you out there, and that's the thing, you know, the people that are really deeply spiritual and doing the work, man, y'all have been through the ringer. I know it. Like I said, I talked to a lot of you, you know. I've talked to people literally that's made my stories, when I think of my stories, go, my life ain't been that rough, you know. Keep it up. Don't give up. Remember who and what you are. You are a vessel for the Christ of consciousness. The return of Christ on earth is you, my friend. You. You, me, and the rest of us. We are the return. We're what causes that supernova flash. We are what causes the change. Peace be with you. Love every one of you. Remember, keep yourselves hydrated. You know, pay attention to your bodies. If you're really hungry, eat. If you don't feel like eating much, you know, well, fasting can help. And when your body is not processing food, it can do other things. But just be careful with it. You know, make sure you keep enough calories in you to not pass out. Or if you're going to fast, then just do a lot of meditation. You sure as hell don't want to be doing yard work. Then you got to eat. So, do what you need to. Get yourself in order. Rest if needed, however it may be. But getting your mind and your heart space clean is very, 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 very important. You know, keep informed, watching these videos and whatnot, but don't go down one too many rabbit holes that you know, so much so that the damn thing's backfilled full of rabbit shit and you can't get out. You know, just be careful. A lot of crap being slung around out there. Some of it sounds like good truth, but it's bullshit. We got shills all over social media, especially here in YouTube. They're running around taking everything they can to create fear from us. Even if somebody it comes up with a weird little story, you telling me there ain't a shill out there that's not going to their leaders saying, "Hey, look, man, check this story out." No, they're doing that, and these people running shit are going, "That's really messed up. That could confuse people. Let's push that as truth some more." So, got to stay at that heart space. That heart space is going to tell you what's bullshit and what's not. Who's trying to hustle you and who's trying to steal your time and energy. Don't let it happen. Wow, man, with my hair blowing back like that, it almost looks as gray as Gandalf. This side looks a little blonde, but that underside right there is Gandalf the Gray. Cool. Maybe it'd turn Snow White, man, with some silver. Like a big silver streak, like going right down here. That'd be really cool. Anyways, I love y'all. You know, stay in your heart space. Don't let the bullshit and stuff, you know, get you confused, get you worried, get you freaked out. Because honestly, we need you. You are very powerful. Very powerful. Need everyone on the team. You know, do it in your time, but don't give up, please. I love you. Peace be with you. We are the glitch in the matrix. And always remember, we are the conscious evolution. Have a great day.